Everyone, Vita's a 30 here back with Shuffle Up and Deal with another How to Play. I know I don't use that name very often, but that's the name of the channel. And this today we're looking at is called Vintage, and it is by Madigo. I believe that's how you pronounce it, from France. And this is by Bruno Faiduti and Pilgrim Hodgson. That's the guy's name, Pilgrim. Pretty cool. It is 3 to 6 players, 10 and up, it says, for the AIDS. And let's look at the cards. So you get 2 different decks of cards. This one is bonus points that you're going to be awarding at the end of the game. And then we got the actual cards, which have different items. I'll explain a little bit the game here. I suppose I should say that first. In this game, you are sellers and collectors of retro objects in an antique market, at an antiques market. But be wary, sometimes collectors will steal items from others that they think they can sell it at a higher price or will fit their own collections. You get 63 of these item cards, and there is 17 of these bonus cards, which we'll get to later. You gotta randomly determine who the first player is, shuffle the cards out, and do some dealing, which we'll get to. Each card has different things on them. You got an item icon, a decade icon, a value, and they go from 1 through 4, basically. No, wait, 1 through 5, and there's different colors as well, as you can see. Different decades. Each decade is a different color, so actually, I lied. Different items are different colors, and they also have these little item color and symbol on the bottom. I guess this is for color blindness. And it tells you the year as well. Yes, this robot's from 1976. Let's see if there's something from... and there's stuff from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. I was trying to find the 1978 item. If there is one, there it is, 1978. Rotary phone. We used to have one of those a long time ago. Those were the days, right? So the cards have an item image, a point value, a decade icon, item icon, and a color icon and year, which again is probably good for color blindness. And you have different items. So you got electronics, you got telephones, you got furniture, you got vehicles, TVs, different types of items that collectors might want. So I'll give them a nice shuffle. They're good quality cards. No complaints there. And we're going to play a free-player game. In a free-player game, first person is going to get 1 card. Oh yeah, I got a superhero robot thing. The second player is going to get 2 cards. And the third player is going to get 3. And every other player, if you're playing more than 3, is going to get 3 cards. So the first player always gets 1, second player gets 2, the third player gets 3. And these guys are going to go face up. This is called your display case, if you will. There's 3 things you're going to do on your turn. I'm going to start off. First is you can take 1 item from your display case and save it for later. This is called hoarding. So I'm going to hoard this 1 card that I have and save it for later. The first player has no choice but to hoard the 1 card that they played, which is what I have. And you're going to want to hoard by, the type of item it is. Like these are like robots, as you can see. Or by decade. There's different types of collecting you can do here. Another thing you can do now, as my second, is I can steal a card from another player's display case and add it to my own display, or I can salvage the top card from the face-up discard pile, if there was one, and add it to my display. But obviously the first person cannot salvage because there's no discards. Finally, so I'm going to look at what I got here. You can always look at your hoard. I got that from the 70s. It's a robot. You know what? I'm going to take this guy's robot and I'm going to play it in my display case. face up. Your display case will always be face up. So I've stolen from that player. Now I get to draw 2 cards from the face down deck, look at them, choose one to put on my display, and then I'm going to discard the other one. So we draw 2 cards here. 2, not 3. And I'm going to put this in my display, and I'm going to discard this one. I don't want the phones. I'm collecting robots, as you can see. And now, it's going to go on to the next player. Now, as a special rule, it says if a player only has 1 card left in the display, you are not allowed to steal from him. And you're going to keep playing, if it's a 3 or 4 player game, until there's only 2 cards left in the draw pile, I should say, not the discard pile, and then the game ends. If it's 5 or 6 players, you're going to go through the entire deck, shuffle up the discards, and go for the deck again a second time until there's only 2 cards left. If you're playing 5 or 6 players and you get down to the last card and you need to draw 2, you're going to shuffle up the discard, put it there, you draw your card, and then draw your second card. If that happens, if it's 5 or 6 players. So, I've gone. Now my opponent's going to go. The next player is going to go here. He has to, of course, put 1 card in his hoard. Save it for later. He only has 1 card there, so he has to hoard that one. Now he can steal a card from somebody. And what he's got here is a 50s lamp. Maybe he says, I'm going to steal this furniture. He's going to put that in the display case. Now he draws 2 cards. He's going to keep 1, and he's going to discard the other. He might as well keep the higher valued one, and he discards this one. Now, the other thing he could have done, actually, is he could have salvaged this one, taken the top card from the discard pile, and add that to your display. But he didn't do that. So the next player is going to go. He's got telephones. He might as well hoard this free-valued one. And now he is going to... He's not going to... No, he doesn't really want that. Darn it. He's going to steal this furniture back from this player. And now he's going to draw the 2 cards. He's got a robot, and he's got a... This one's worth 5 points, so he might as well add that to his display, and he's going to discard this one. Well, it's my turn. I get to hoard one of my cards, so I'm going to hoard this one. And let's steal this. This guy's getting stolen from. And then, actually, no, I'm not going to do that because I want this robot. I'm going to salvage that card from the discard pile. I'm going to draw 2 cards. Is there a robot in there? There is not. I'm going to discard this lamp, and I'm going to keep this card in my display. Now my opponent, he likes lamps, so he's going to keep that in mind. First thing he's going to do is he's going to hoard this 1 card that he has. And now he's going to salvage this lamp, draw 2 cards, and he's going to keep this lamp, and he's going to discard this furniture. This guy says, well, you know what? I got this chair. I'm going to hoard that. I'm going to salvage this one from the discard pile. And he's going to draw 2 cards. And he's going to... Well, he's going to discard this one. He's going to keep this one. Why not? And you're going to keep going around the table like that. Every time you're going to hoard 1 card. Now you can steal 1 from another player. Or you can salvage 1 from the top of this pile. Let's say I take this furniture because I think I hoarded some furniture, or no, I didn't. But whatever, we'll take that furniture. It's worth 4 points. I've stolen that again, or I can take from the top of the discard pile. And then I get to draw 2 cards. I get to keep 1, and I get to discard the other one. This one goes in my display. Your display can always be stolen from. Cards that in your hoard are safe. And at the end of the game, you're going to get points for whatever you have. Let's just say these players have these cards in the hoard. We'll just add some more random cards to people's hoards. Let's just say that I have too many cards here. Let's just say that this is my hoard. Well, we're going to look at the bonus cards now here. And they got different points with different symbols and colors on them. Shapes. As you can see. Oh. And whoever has hoarded the most cards in the corresponding category will get the bonus card. If there is a tie, that will be given to the player that has the oldest card in that category indicated. So you're going to be looking at the year. So if we had a tie, let's say, 50s, that's not a great one. 50s, whoever has the most cards from the 50s would get that. And I guess, yeah, if there is a tie, let's say, if there is a tie, I have one from 1953. My opponent here has one from 1951. If we were tied, he would break the tie because he has a older one. It's from 1951. As an example. And then this one is who has the most records. You're going to see who has the most records. I got one. I don't have too many, so somebody else is going to get this one. We'll say he gets it. Most furniture. Somebody's going to get that one. And you're going to go through. This is, I guess that's records. No, what is that one? I'm not even sure what that one is. I guess that's lights. No. Is that just... I believe that's just the most orange cards. Whoever has the most orange cards, yeah, that's definitely what it is. Whoever has the most orange cards would get this one. We'll say he does. Whoever has the most yellow, that's exactly what it is, will get this one. And you're going to go through, this one's a green, clubs. Well, actually, you got two different types of clubs, basically. You're going to go through and award these. And then you're going to score up points based on who has collected, who has hoarded the most, we're going to score up these points, obviously. So I got 30 points. This guy's got 30 points as well. Interesting. And this guy he's got more, because he got one that's 10, one that's 8. Most of them are worth 6 points, except for the 60s is worth 8, 70s is worth 10. So if you collect stuff that's from the 60s, the 70s and the 80s, you're going to get more points. 60s and 70s, sorry. And the only other one that's different is the 50s is only worth 5 points. They're not, for some reason, 1950 stuff is not too valuable. But 70s, 60s, absolutely. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool concept, pretty cool game, I think. So again, you're going to have whoever has the most 50s, 60s, 70s are going to get those specific bonuses. And then whoever has the most of each color is going to get 6 points each. Whoever has the most item of each category will also get 6 points each, like toys, lighting, bikes, TVs, etc. Then you're also going to add up the values of these cards, 3, 4, 5, 1, whatever it is, and you're going to add up all these cards, and whoever has the highest point total, highest score, wins. If there's a tie, whoever has the oldest item wins. You break the tie based on that. So it's got a built-in tiebreaker, which I like. Too many times in the game, it's like, okay, there's a tie, you're going to break it like this perhaps, but then if there's still a tie, then there's a tie. But in this case, there's never going to be an absolute tie. There's always a tiebreaker. Thumbs up for that. Then again, if there's still a tie, somehow, second oldest item wins, and so forth. So there's not 100% definitive tiebreaker, but it's a pretty good tiebreaker. There is also a take that variant, which we're not going to get into. There's already a bit of a take that with this because you're stealing cards from each other. But I like it. It's a pretty interesting concept. I like all the bonus points. It's a good quality cards. And nice artwork. I like it. It's pretty interesting. So that is vintage. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. We'll see you next time for more. Thanks for watching. See you.